Joe Hopkins here, and well, how to do anything. And why am I the person that can tell you how to do anything? Well, I'm not, but I am the person that can tell you how to learn to do anything. How to do anything. I can't personally show you everything, but I can show you how to learn to do it. And I tell you what, I learned this from my grandfather. When I was a little kid, he told me, anything you want to do, there's a book on it. You get a library card, you go to the library, you find the book on it, now you know how to do it. Now, my grandfather was an incredibly capable man when it came to a lot of things, right? He was very good with his hands at the trades. He worked construction, he worked shipbuilding, anything having to do with wood, metal, stone, he could do. And most of it he learned from books. He would simply go apply for a job, tell them he could do it, go get a book, read up on it real quick, and then go do it. Usually well enough that they bought it. Hey, he knows how to do this. If you know how to do it, you know how to do it. Not everybody is that quick a learner at those kinds of things. He was so quick a learner at those kinds of things, such a quick study at it, that he actually, they needed people to repair marble in D.C. A lot of marble stuff in D.C. and Annapolis, all those big marble buildings and all that kind of stuff. He didn't know anything about marble, but he knew a guy who knew about marble, and he went and talked to that guy and read a book about it, and then went applied for it, and he was one of the few people in the area who was working with marble at that time and did it successfully. Not everybody can study up that quick on every subject. But watching my grandfather, who was amazing with these kinds of things, I took it to heart. You can learn to do anything. And in this day and age, if my grandfather were a young man now, instead of going to the library and getting a book on it, he'd be looking it up online. You have YouTube, you have online tutorials, you have all the information in the world. Just Google it, and you can learn how to do just about anything. And I'd say you can learn to do anything. I've seen YouTube videos on everything from serious rocketry. I've watched videos on how the rockets that took people to the moon were built. And a lot of the detailed stuff, like some of it's still classified, but a lot of it is available and you can learn it. That doesn't mean you'll be good at everything. I've learned that myself. Keep that in mind. Try a lot of stuff. You can try anything. You can do anything to some degree, right? My grandfather couldn't play an instrument. He tried. He got a little ways and then gave up because it just wasn't for him. Some people find that they suck at something. They're mediocre at it, but they love doing it. And then there's a reason to keep doing it. You don't have to be a great artist to learn to paint pictures and enjoy doing it. But yeah, you can learn to do just about anything to some degree. I've found that, like my grandfather, I'm pretty capable with a lot of things. I find I'm really good at learning new instruments. I'm not always the best at mastering them, but learning new instruments. I've got a lot of instruments in my studio here. I get something, I learn to play it at least well enough to do something with it, right? Like, because I record music. You don't have to be great at something to use it in a recording. You just have to make a sound that works for your recording. You know what I mean? I'm pretty good with that kind of stuff. And I found that I can learn all kinds of stuff. I've learned all kinds of home repair stuff, partly out of necessity. When you don't really have the money to hire somebody, you have to do it yourself. I found that I'm not a true phenomenal artist at it like my grandfather was, but I'm good enough that I can take care of my own house. Anybody can learn to do that kind of stuff, especially with YouTube. You can save a lot of money on car repair. Just look up. You can find information online that'll give you a good idea of what's wrong with your vehicle and how to fix it. Even videos that show you step by step. It's amazing. And if you think professional mechanics know everything about all that stuff, I used to be a professional mechanic. The rule of thumb was diagnose what's wrong, then open up the Chilton's manual to see how to fix it. And now my buddy still is a professional mechanic, works in his dad's garage. It'll be his garage someday. And yeah, I catch him all the time back there watching YouTube videos on how to do something because he has never worked with this particular brand of car before or whatever, you know. Nobody knows everything. And that's how even the professionals learn stuff. Doesn't matter how long you've been doing something, there's still more to learn, and it's online, it's on the internet. You are watching this video right now on a device that is your access to learning anything. Absolutely anything at all. That, like I said, doesn't mean you'll be great at it, but you might enjoy it. And if you can learn a little bit of stuff that you need day to day, even if you're don't like doing it. I don't like doing plumbing. But when you can't afford a plumber, or when you don't want to pay for a plumber and it's not something overly difficult, yeah, you can do it. You can do a lot of stuff. You know, a little bit of creativity, a little bit of thinking, and some online help. You can learn anything. Or you can go old school and get a book on it. I still have over here, I have a shelf. And the bottom shelf is full of books about woodworking and plumbing and bricklaying and all. I got them all from my grandpa. It just stacked up there. And I go reference those a lot when I have a project that I'm working on. And it's good. It's good to have those things. It's good to have those resources. And you can learn to do things. Whenever somebody says you can learn to do anything, you could be anything you want, that's not entirely true. You might not be good enough at any particular thing to do it for a living, or even to do it at a highly proficient level. But you can learn to do it a little bit. You can learn to do it enough to save yourself some money. You can learn to do it enough to save yourself, or to have some fun. Like if you find something you enjoy doing, you don't have to be good at something to enjoy doing it. You don't have to be great at it. And you get better over time anyway. But you can do anything. Honest to God, at least a little bit of anything. I know it. I've lived it. I've tried so many things in my life. I love trying new things and learning if I like it or not. And there are some things I like that I'm not good at, but I like it. And there are some things that I'm good at that just, they don't tickle me that way, you know? You'll find those things too. You'll find something. And that's almost a little discouraging. I feel like I'm wasting certain talents because there's things I'm really good at that I just have no desire to do. So I don't. It might feel like a waste, but some things you'll find I'm really good at this and I don't want to do it. And you'll find some things that like, I'm not that good at this, but I really enjoy it. And every now and then you might find that thing that you're really good at that you love. That can happen. You have to give it a little bit of time. That takes time to learn things. Make the time. Make the time to learn something, at least a little bit of different things. See what you like. I work in a prison. I see guys that come to prison. Now all of a sudden they have all this time. And every now and then I see a guy that tries something and realizes, hey, I like this and I'm good at it. I've known quite a few very, very good artists who didn't know that they had it in them until they went to prison. One guy was doing serious art. Most of the rest of them spent most of their time drawing naked women and porn stuff. Very good porn stuff, very good drawings, very incredible. The subject matter leaves a little to be desired, but every now and then you see one of those dudes that really takes it serious and does serious stuff with it. I've known quite a few musicians who didn't know that they had it in them until they joined the church band in the prison and tried it out. And turns out, hey, I'm good at this. I like this. And that could be a good thing for you. So make the time. Make the time to try some new things. Look it up online. Just think about it. What would you like to try? And then try some things that are just off the wall that you wouldn't necessarily consider, but what the hell? I'll give it a shot. You know what I mean? You might find you like it. That's happened to me. I've tried some things, had things forced on me, then it turns out I like them. So, yeah, there you go. This is just a little bit of encouragement to you guys. Yeah, give some stuff a shot. And yeah, while you're at it, give my music a shot. I got links to streaming down below, and at the end there's a playlist. It says, it comes up in one of the corners, says, I Didn't Get a Memory. That's my album. It's on YouTube. The playlist is the YouTube playlist. You should check it out. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I love y'all. Peace out, baby. Bye-bye.